I wouldn't mind it. Oh, my man's over there talking too. Oh, where my weed at? It's time to smizzo. Allow 2 or fewer sacks, okay.
Damn.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans.
We got like 6 user games next week. That shit ain't really done, right?
Set to go now in week 6 of the
It's Friday night too,
NFL
so they should be able to go
season,
near.
and we are underway on EA Sports.
Man, this motherfucker is over here talking
And
shit.
this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On this Facebook group, he said, I need a few guys that can almost beat me. This is
Oh, I seen that shit. I seen that shit. That can almost beat me. I'll smack your shit. He says almost beat me, bro, because we can lag switch and shit. That's just what I presume. People like that.
Watson on first down. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson.
Got him. Pick 6. Oh!
The 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they
I'm the #1 defense?
tone, not just
For real?
stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like
That's hard to fucking believe,
and
bro.
They went after that one and took it all the way.
That's hard to believe, bro. Oh, yeah. I'm all, oh, yeah. He said after your Ravens game.
It's now a 7-0 game.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I recorded that game. I had to record that bitch.
And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the
That whole got recorded. I'm about to send it to the bro and let him re-edit it on his YouTube channel.
The Texans offense ready to go.
No, I'm just kidding.
He had a rough night, alright? Still on him.
Now my bro, he has a YouTube channel and shit, and that's how we get him some views and shit. He just gave me a shout out. I got a good reputation, like even past 5 Maddens, bro. Pick 6s in my own end zone. I got a bend but don't break mindset. You feel me?
Alright.
That's what I always say.
Watson with a give to Miller.
Good shit.
And tackled down after
Let's go,
a gain
Clark.
of 3.
That's
Leaves
what
him
I'm
with
talking
1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Alright, bro. I'm
That's
gonna
good
hop off for a
tackling there to
couple
keep him
minutes.
short of that yellow
Alright, bro.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he back to the 33. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the 50, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, 43. Hey, rip list.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not... Much better there. 2-yard gain.
I can't have my right running back in.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary.
I
6
can't have my
defensive
right
backs.
running back in.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he fires one, but incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build.
Doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all
Shit,
that
bro.
momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right
So
back in the
when
other
you press
direction.
triangle,
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
it's cover 3, bro. It's cover 3.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right.
You got to find the open zone, bro. Cover 3.
Do no harm, and right now they're harming
Slant route to the best
I
to
like that.
attack
No one
cover
is
3.
taking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
You know
Out
what I
on
mean?
the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're
It's
also
like you'll bring
exposed
someone
to
out the
everyone.
zone, and then
It
right
really
when you
becomes a
pull them out the
one-on-one
zone, you
play,
can throw
doesn't
in
it?
right
You're out
over
there
the
by
top.
yourself on the edge.
Or like,
The
you know
best
what I mean?
ones know how to
Something
make
like
the
that.
play, and we just saw an
You know how you
example
can
of it
press
right
like the
there.
audible, the adjustments, and you can make a play underneath or outside.
They stay
So
on
that's
the
what I do.
ground. This
That's
time
all I
it's
do.
Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down
And
at
then
the
you
22.
just got to use her.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense.
It's
and try to
weird,
set
right?
the
Yeah.
tempo and
Freaking,
establish things.
sometimes
But
I'll come and I'll
defensive
show
guys,
like I'm blitzing,
hey, they just
and then
won the
I'll
battle
jump back
there. It
out,
wasn't a big
and
run
then I'll
given
go
up.
over 'em.
They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Oh, I always miss the hit,
And
though.
he takes
That's
us
my
up
problem.
to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I always miss my tackle, though. It's funny.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to pop
Yeah.
it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong arm guy.
I had
who
this
can
one
bang
guy,
it in
I
there,
had 6
and they were able to
fumbles and like
successfully
5
complete that
picks.
one.
It was against the Ravens.
On 1st and 10, Watson dancing to his left. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us
Dude,
down.
throw
to
it
the
away,
end
you click
of
R3.
this first quarter of play. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got
And
it
then you
with
know,
a
you keep
2nd
being
and
contained,
10.
you press L1 and then R1, and you make your lineman.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. The Mississippi State. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to...
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I gotta go give him props. Hey, good
See that, but from a
pass,
wide
bro.
receiver's
That was
perspective,
beautiful.
those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country.
was
Aren't any
beautiful.
speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
A lot of people just left, so I had to keep playing a lot of computers, so the computers just made me better. We're on all Madden, so it's hard to play them. Man. Bro, they're better than me, shoot. They bounce off of like 8 people. It's crazy.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They lose, and they just get mad. They don't think about rebuilding.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone
Yeah.
for a touchback.
Oh, yep. Because if you're losing and you have a losing season, you're going to have fire picks. Like, those picks are going to be beautiful. What? Yeah, man. That's what I think. I'm like, I'll go into a losing team, no problem. Give me the Dolphins.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out.
I know, right?
I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great
press
day
square
for
a
you.
lot
You're
of
not really
times.
ready
That's
to
like
play.
the best
So
thing.
finding a way to
They
harness
just fly
those
out of nowhere
nerves
and
not
swat
let them
it like a
affect
fly
you in
swatter.
a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Appreciate
So
you.
one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
I tried it.
Goes across
I was like,
midfield
oh,
and
it's
down
open.
into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got one. Mike.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just stayed still.
He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And he stayed.
J.J. Watt.
He stayed still in the same
Taken
spot.
down. It's
like,
a loss of
hit me.
3.
I like it though.
Yellow.
That's cool.
Check 55 to Mike. Got you. Hey, Sunday.
See right here, I got Tyreek Hill. He's fast as hell. You don't want to press him because this will happen.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions
I
for
thought
him
you,
on
so
this
if
drive.
you
And
hold
these aren't
square, you
ordinary
switch to
completions.
that
They're
cornerback,
big
you hold
ones.
square,
These are
I
the
wouldn't
types that
cut
make a
it.
secondary talk to each other and not in a good way.
Yeah,
Oftentimes
you
pointing
swat the ball
fingers.
out of my
Hey,
hand.
who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even
So
more big
triangle,
plays.
you go up for the ball. X, you play me like you try and hit me. In the square, you try and swat the ball out of my hand.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Oh!
Flush to his right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th
Little guy.
touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having
Like
to have a
a
short
strap
memory on
of his best,
defense
right?
after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Tips
Now
in
after the
there.
touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to
That's
work
my first time
at the
actually
21-yard line.
Actually connecting. I always miss. It's like a dart.
The
Where you from,
Texans
boss? Where you
offense
from?
ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score
Yeah.
deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble
That's
recovery
crazy.
for a Chiefs
That's a strip
touchdown.
sack.
So that is now 2
So right before you sack the
fumble
quarterback,
touchdowns.
I always press
You talk about
R1.
something that's
And
gonna
you're
drive
like,
a head
hit the
coach
ball
crazy.
out.
Without
Bam.
a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it
Both
done
your
a second
players
time.
fell over the ball
Butker
when he
now
tried to
to
pick
add
it
the
up. That's
extra
crazy.
point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again.
Oh man,
following
you
that
keep doing a
fumble
few of those
return
big
for a
plays like
score.
you did, bro, and you'll come back. That
This
caught
will
me
be
by
taken
surprise.
in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's not your fault though, bro. I'm in the Texans in one of my other leagues, and their offensive line is like 60s. Yeah,
The
bro. You got to
Texans
trade.
offense ready
Once you
to
get
go
your
here
O-line
for their
right,
next
man, you're
drive.
good.
And
That's
let's
all
just
you
say
need.
they're going to be looking
Your whole
to
team is
start
beautiful,
over on
but
this
that O-line
drive. A
is
few
that's all you
moments
need.
ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. The quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Cover three,
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson.
Oh.
Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one.
It's always good to have a fast linebacker,
front
too.
and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Watch the eye. Slam. 24.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Watson, off play action. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Faking the give, now Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's got this down to the 35.
He got a legit move on
14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. 2
he got a
minutes
little
remaining
razzle-dazzle
in
with the
this
juke, huh?
first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
You got to stop. You got to stop sprinting with turbo and then hold L2 and square.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
15.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
Damn.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, McKinney's stronger than Chubb.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
55. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still 15. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But they didn't get a whole lot
McCoy
out
had
of
to
that
go,
one,
bro.
but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the
I
defense
need a Chubb.
honest.
You mean or also just
Nah,
sit back,
I'd rather have
throw it
Chubb.
on every down?
Yeah, you
It
get
was
your
in between
quarterback
Chubb
in
and
there
Hunt.
that way too.
I love Chubb. That's my guy.
Switch.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb.
Oh!
And he went backwards. He'll be
was
down
supposed
at
to
the
get choked
30.
right there.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first
goodness.
down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's complete, Stills. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
You said what?
Watson now over 200 yards already in this
I like
first
crossing
half.
routes, bro, and the ones that go straight down the middle drags.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill.
Hey, underneath routes, a lot of underneath routes too, bro. Those don't get covered as much as you would think. So like the drags
out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe. They might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ooh. Good job.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
So how you defend that is you'll tell them to play on
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Right here, 41 Mike. Get him, get him, get him.
The clouds that'll play down. So the little play that all the drag routes, all the small routes like that, it'll check those.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes will get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
That's more or less.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
The blue ones is the ones that play all the way deep.
Yellow. Argo on, 80. Check 41. Go. Go.
Damn.
41. Attack! Here we go, let's bring it.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's looking deep for Bell. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Blake Bell,
That's how you beat cover
his
3
second
right there,
touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Yellow! Ricky!
Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38.
43! Shift! Watch the shift! You got 61! Matchbox, right!
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb,
first touchdown,
his
baby, as a
6th
Chief.
touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Let's go!
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Point after up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So I was playing the linebacker, but whenever you throw the ball, you press circle, bro. And as soon as you press circle, it'll take you to the nearest defender where the ball is.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on
and
to
then
kick it away.
To him, I ran downwards to where I wouldn't touch you, so it wouldn't be pass interference, and then I just pressed triangle.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Boom. Bang. Boom, boom, bang.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
They'll get that to devalve the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
From the gun, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I got you, boy.
To the air yet again, Watson. Going underneath here, the tight end DeValve. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And Stills bringing it in. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson.
Oh!
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, that's good shit, bro.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
That was beautiful. I like that.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Hey, you threw it to the
Watson.
opposite.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Trickster.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal. Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
What you gonna do?
24!
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is caught, but the back
judge right there to say incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs.
Why you do me like this, bro? Why you put me on my 1 yard line for?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
57 colors.
Mahomes going to throw. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 94 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll take the ownership of that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Well, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Stills the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
You're trying to let me get going with
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the ship.
They run it again with Chubb. Finding room inside the 40. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On second down now, it's Miller, and a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. A third down gain of 19. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. They'll run it again with Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here we go on fourth. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Chris Jones, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They begin this drive with Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Stop your whining.
And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.